WWE TKO is going through a major change behind the scenes at the moment. In an attempt to save money, mainly to clear established debts, TKO is offering seasoned wrestlers the opportunity to restructure their deals, and this has been seen with legends such as The New Day and Sheamus, and of course, offering veterans the chance to take a pay cut isn't going well, so these elite names opted out and are no longer employed by WWE. It's been stated that a number of names have been approached, and it's been rumored that a select few names may have accepted TKO's offer. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 10 WWE names who could be next to be offered cuts. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Number 10. Tamina. In 2026, Tamina actually remains under WWE contract. That's right, despite not appearing on WWE television in years, Tamina is still under an active WWE contract. It's unclear why this is the case, as keeping a name under a performance contract when they aren't even wrestling makes no sense. But as things stand, Tamina remains a supposed active member of the WWE roster. It was reported this year that WWE likely has no plans to ever use Tamina again, and this led to even more questions than answers, as there must be a logical reason why she remains under a WWE contract. Nevertheless, it wouldn't come as a surprise to see Tamina take a pay cut or potentially even a release. In the era of TKO making cuts left, right and center, it's kind of wild that a name that hadn't wrestled for years is still taking home a substantial paycheck from the company, and it's a surprise that TKO hasn't acted on this sooner. Number 9. Damian Priest. A former world champion Damian Priest is one of the most popular names in the WWE locker room. Priest has excelled on the main roster and his world title run was well received by fans, despite there being initial concern that Priest wasn't going to be able to deliver at a main event level. Priest is one of the older names on the roster at 43, and it's been reported that WWE is looking to move towards a youth movement. Therefore, it goes without saying that a name that is 43 may be approached with a new contract offer. Priest publicly stated in July of 2026 that he plans on retiring at the age of 50, and this is something that may convince TKO to offer Priest a long-term deal, but for less money per calendar year. Number 8. Natalya. Natalya is one of the more seasoned names on the WWE roster, and unfortunately, the fact that WWE just can't commit to another main event run for her is possibly a sign that WWE or TKO has considered including her in the list of names for contract negotiations. Natalya will be one of the highest paid names on the women's roster, and the fact that she's now working in NXT will no doubt play a big factor in this business decision. A lot of fans feel like Natalya is a WWE lifer, and when she retires, she's destined for a job as a trainer or even a producer backstage. However, Natalya is a name that knows what she offers to the company, and similarly to Sheamus and The New Day, we can't rule her out turning the offer down. Number 7. R-Truth. The WWE's already tried to cut R-Truth in 2025 and it backfired massively. Truth is just one of those names that just can't be cut due to his connection with the crowd as well as the locker room. Is it possible that TKO or WWE tries this again in the future? Well, absolutely. WWE may be under the impression that if Truth is offered a new contract for less money, he will ultimately say yes. And this will be mainly down to his age and the fact that this will likely be his last active contract as a pro wrestler. Another element in this is that TKO may assume that the backlash if Truth declines will be less severe than it was in 2025. Will the same outrage follow if Truth leaves this time around? Well, it's hard to say, yet WWE and TKO may try to control the narrative and make it look like Truth opted not to re-sign, maybe their master plan when it comes to handling the WWE veteran. Number 6. Maryse. Weirdly, despite not having a match in WWE in a number of years, former Divas champion Maryse remains under WWE contract. Maryse is still listed as an active talent on their website, and it's not exactly clear why this is. Is it possible that Maryse is on a Legends deal and she simply hasn't been removed off the active page of the website? Well, this is a strong possibility, as Shane McMahon is still listed on the website as well, despite being McMahon not having an active WWE deal at present. But with that being said, if it turns out that Maryse is indeed still under WWE contract, then we can expect TKO to act on this, as paying Maryse to do nothing for years at a time makes no sense whatsoever from a business perspective. Number 5. Drew McIntyre. A former WWE champion Drew McIntyre has been off TV since WrestleMania. It's been widely reported that his acting commitments are going extremely well in Hollywood. But now TKO may see this and try to restructure McIntyre's WWE deal and perhaps offer him a part-time role that will save them money in the grand scheme of things. The interesting thing about this is that McIntyre may end up accepting it. McIntyre's Hollywood endeavors will be paying significantly more than he's getting from WWE, and it's understandable why he's so willing to accept these new roles. But on the flip side, it's entirely possible that the multi-time WWE champion is offended by this restructuring. McIntyre is close friends with Sheamus, and who knows, maybe the way TKO handled Sheamus' contract has soured the relationship between McIntyre and the company. Number 4. Omos. Omos is currently having a run in AAA, yet appearances on the main roster have practically been non-existent in recent years. Omos was clearly one of Vince McMahon's favourite talents, yet when McMahon exited WWE, Omos was left with Triple H, and it's been made clear based on his booking that the game really isn't his number one fan. If TKO requests to restructure Omos' WWE deal, there's no way that the game doesn't fully support this, especially with him having no interest in using him on the main roster. It's entirely possible that the contract restructuring has already taken place with Omos. If a wrestler is exclusively appearing in AAA, it would come as a huge surprise if TKO are allowing them to take home a full-time main roster paycheck. Number 3. LA Knight. Now, is LA Knight ever gonna win the world title? It's looking less and less likely as the years go on. Knight remains as one of the most over and popular names on the entire WWE roster, yet WWE can just never commit to that main event level run. Triple H promised big things will come for fans of LA Knight, but this was all the way back in 2023 and nothing has come of it outside of a US title run. Knight, similarly to Damian Priest, is one of the older names on the roster, so a contract restructuring isn't off the table. If this is what WWE is planning, then they need to act with a degree of caution. Knight is one of the most beloved names in the company, and as a result of this, he's consistently one of the top merch sellers in all of WWE. Therefore, if Knight rejects the new offer and opts to leave the company, WWE may have just thrown away a huge moneymaker. Number 2. Bayley. A lot of fans believe that Bayley is going to wrap things up with WWE relatively soon. As things stand, we know that a WWE deal expires next year, and with Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, already teasing her AEW arrival, it's easy to see why a lot of fans see Bayley as a future AEW star. There are a lot of reasons why Bayley may opt to not re-sign with the company. As number 1, they've done her dirty. As pulling Bayley at the last moment during WrestleMania weekend last year was a total spit in the face to the WWE veteran. Bayley admitted how much this impacted her, and it's no doubt going to play a factor in her deciding her WWE future. Number 2, WWE may try to lowball her. It's entirely possible that the offer WWE presents Bayley is for less money. This will no doubt convince Bayley to walk away in WWE in 2027. Number 3, AEW is calling. If AEW signs Bayley, she's going to be offered a big payday for working limited dates. Due to AEW not having live events and having limited international shows, Bayley's schedule will be much more relaxed, and this will give her time to work on other projects. The X factor in this entire saga with Bayley is definitely AEW. If TKO and WWE know that AEW are going to have a big bid for the former women's champion, then they may try and stop this from happening, and they may end up throwing a ton of money at the role model in order to keep her under contract for a few more years. And number 1, The Miz. Now, there has been speculation online that The Miz was one of the names who accepted a big pay cut from TKO. While it hasn't been confirmed, a lot of fans see The Miz as being completely loyal to WWE, and he likely wanted to help the company out no matter what. The thing is with The Miz is that his role has vastly changed over the past few years. He's no longer a main event level attraction, he's mainly used in the lower mid card, and he's used to getting other names over. He's not won a singles match in years, and this is unlikely to change anytime soon. The Miz now finds himself playing a zombie on TV, and unfortunately, this is all WWE has for the former multi-time WWE champion. When The Miz signed his latest WWE deal is currently unknown. We know he signed a new deal in 2018 or 2019, but that was the latest reported contract negotiations. The landscape of WWE has changed so much in 2026 that TKO is going to see an older veteran like The Miz realize he's not bringing in main event level money and question why he's being paid so much. The question is, does The Miz simply accept this and accept a pay cut? It's unfair to say, but one big factor is that The Miz has a ton of wider opportunities outside of WWE. Whether it's hosting gigs or reality shows, The Miz knows that the Miz name is now a brand, and if he chooses not to re-sign with WWE, he'll be able to find alternative work with relative ease. But TKO has to be extremely careful, because what happens if everyone declines? There's going to be nobody on the roster left, and consistently asking seasoned names to take pay cuts isn't going to reflect well on the company, and the backstage morale is without question going to take a major hit. But there you have it, folks. 10 WWE names who could be offered contract cuts. Who else do you think? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.